So yesterday I go into donate blood, and I do it every couple 3 months because my doctor years ago told me that I should give blood. The reason why he says that is because your blood as you age gets viscous and it gets sticky and it gets more sludgy. So it's a good idea to give blood so that it kind of alleviates that situation. So yesterday I went to what they call the red bus, and I went without a appointment. So, but this is the second time I gave blood. The first time I walked in, also I walked into an office, and it was it's kind of wide open. There was no push to give blood. So all right, and I went online to actually make an appointment, but you can't do it within 24 hours of when you want to donate. So all right, I'll be out walking. So when I got to the bus, I opened up the door and it was packed with people. Now it's a bus, so I mean, six people, it's packed. But I couldn't even walk into the bus. He's like, keep outside, stay outside. We'll get to you. You're next on line. Just hang tight. I was like, all right, no problem. And so I'm waiting outside the bus, and one lady came out. She says to her friend, "Oh, I can't give out blood today. Or I can't give blood today." Right? And she said, "Oh, my blood pressure's too high, and uh, white my white blood count is too low, which signifies that she has like um, anemia. She's like anemic, so she didn't make the grade, and but there was still quite a few people in there, and but what happened was this: within a few minutes, it got emptied out. The bus got emptied out. Now it takes about 20 minutes to give blood. You give a pint of blood. And what was happening was her friend went in and got kicked out also because she didn't measure up. And there was another guy, and I overheard him saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I wanted to do a nice thing, but I guess I can't." So he got bounced out. So there were three people that, as far as I know, couldn't give blood. And okay, so you go, okay, well, because most people you would think that don't give blood would think, hey, don't take anybody. You got blood, we'll take it. But there's a couple of checks and balances, and that you have to measure up, and a lot of people are not measuring up, and so you can take it one of two ways. You could say they're not healthy, or you could say that they're sickly, especially when it comes to being anemic, because anemia is basically a lack of white blood cells, and white blood cells has a function in your body. What it does is it fights off infections, and it helps you to get well if you're sick. It's like your little soldiers, blood soldiers. And then if you have high blood pressure, that's not good neither. Now they don't really want right on the 120 over 80. They'll go as high as like 135, 140, something like that. There's a leeway there. But apparently these three people, were not in range. So you go, wow, no, they were kind of elderly. They weren't 18 years old, but it just goes to show you the state of the physicality of the people who are in this country. They're not healthy. They can't even give blood. Now they're walking around, right? Nothing. You wouldn't know. You would never know they're sickly or they have these particular problems, but they do, and it's not uncommon because out of a few people, they couldn't qualify to give blood. And I was kind of a little nervous, like, I don't know, are these people really stringent in regards to qualifying? Because the first time I got through, no problem, but I don't know. Maybe they're just bouncing out people because they're really, really stringent. I don't know. Maybe their instruments are a little cockeyed and everybody's failing. I don't know, but I was kind of going through that in my mind. But hey, luckily, my blood pressure was good, and actually it's a little low, but not really low, but pretty low, I guess. And I guess I don't have anemia, so that was good. And they also can test your test for cholesterol. I don't know if that's a factor in regards to donating. That just might be an extra, but I won't know that till I get my little report, maybe today or tomorrow. It takes about 24 or 48 hours to get your results. But they showed me my blood pressure, so it was, pretty good, pretty low, which is good for me. Anyway, so I was sitting, so you have to go answer some questions. Then I was sitting down, laying down, kind of a thing, getting ready for my injection, the blood to get taken out of my arm. I was talking to a gentleman that was working there, and he's like, thank you for coming. We really need the blood. They're actually giving out more money to people to donate because the hospitals are running out of blood. And I go, so why is that? And he goes, well, it's probably could be the COVID. And I'm thinking, well, this is 2022, COVID-19. No, we were in COVID for 2 years now, and when I donated before, a couple months ago, 3 months ago, they didn't say anything about that, and they weren't even giving a bonus. Because what happens is this: when I went there, I got a $10 gift coupon, an e-gift coupon. Now they're giving $20 plus a shirt, plus you get an appetizer from Chili's. I mean, they're like really loading it up, and that's fine. I don't really care about that. It's just an extra. I'm really doing it more for my viscosity in my blood, and if I can help out somebody, that's no problem. There's more blood where that came from. But it just shows that they're getting more and more desperate because they doubled or tripled the amount of stuff that they're giving people to get people in. And now COVID's been around for a couple of years now. Now this is not something like this came out last week. So and I said to him, well, COVID's been around for a couple of years now. We're 22. It's COVID-19, isn't it? He's like, yeah. And I think a lot of it has to do with the vaccines. Because the vaccines only been out for a year, a little over a year, and a lot of people got their vaccines maybe 6, 8 months ago. And you have situations where women are having heavy bleeding in their menstrual periods or getting frequent menstrual periods. What about all the blood clotting that a lot of people are getting? It's affecting the circulatory system, especially with the heart. And hey, those things, that's, if you have that may cause a lot of the hospitals to draw down from their blood supplies. I'm not saying that COVID has not a factor in it. I'm sure it does. But it seems like, the COVID, along with the complications or the secondary effects of these particular vaccines, has made it much worse. And we're running out of blood. And on top of it, you got people who are trying to donate blood and they can't donate because they're sickly. Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it? So, people, you might want to store your blood and put it in a blood bank because, God forbid, you might have to tap into that blood supply. So, it's just FYI, and be healthy. God wants people to be healthy and eat your daily bread, exercise, and be forewarned. Be forewarned. It's not getting any better. It's getting worse, and I don't want people to not have blood when they need it. If you think about giving blood, please give the blood out. But like I said, you might be turned away, but that's okay. If you find out you have high blood pressure, you can try to fix it. If you're anemic, you can try to fix that also. But it's better to have a little bit of information than to find out the hard way through, dropping dead or something like that, or, falling unconscious or whatever the case may, have a heart attack or get so sick that you can't get well. So, all right, people, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. And as always, God bless.